Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell and welcome to Week in Review, where we take a look at all the videos we reviewed last week, or all the different things we did, and we talk about them. And if you want to see the full thing, we got links in the description below. Last week, we played several games live. We even did a flash marathon on Tuesday night, where I think we played 11 different games that you can check out. We also played through arcs, and there's just a lot of different games that got played, so a good chance for you to see how some of these games play. But we also did some other videos, so let's get to it.
Hey everybody, Chris here. This week I took a look at a few games, the first of which here was Landmarks. Landmarks, I gave a 6.5, a party game with spatial word clue giving. I like it. I have a lot of fun with it. And then there's games where it's not as fun, and I think it's because of the way that the map cards are generated, where they don't always lead to interesting games. And so it's a party word game that I enjoy, but I don't love. And so because of that, because of the mix of good and bad games, I'm coming in a little bit lower, 6.5, shy of recommending it. Next up, Yunnan. Jason and I took a look at this game. This is from Spielworks, a 10th anniversary reprinting of it, basically. An auction game that's very tight, has a lot going on, does a lot with very few components and very few pieces, packs a lot of punch. It's heavy, it's thinky, it's unforgiving, and it's really smart and elegant. I like it overall. Jason loves it a lot more than me, but a 7.5 for Yunnan. Game that I think is good, but I don't know if it's the one that I'm going to be coming back to more often in this genre of games. Next up, Sushi Go 10th Anniversary Edition. I give an 8. This is a well-done deluxe kind of special anniversary type of edition to do for this game. It's the same simple original Sushi Go game, but the little extras they throw in there are nice. A few extra dessert cards that only work in this edition. That they have a different card back, so they wouldn't work in other games, including Sushi Go Party, unfortunately. But I also like that they took some time and they put some variants and some extra rules and stuff in the back of this rule book, like playing it with 2 players, like Seven Wonders Duel. I think that's something that you can do with any edition of Sushi Go, and that'd be cute. And then lastly, Rock Hard 1977, also an 8 from me. Solid game, great theming, a lot of fun. At first it feels like it's a little bit luckier and a little bit more on rails than it is, but as I've played it more, I'm happy to say that I enjoy it. It's fun, the theme comes through so well, of course, and for me, being someone who's big into rock music, has seen a lot of the bands from the 70s, I love it. I absolutely love it. So there you go. Those have been the reviews from this week. We also reposted, we finished reposting all the stuff from Gen Con, the award show, as well as the little segments and the skits, and Eric's song Monopoly is popular. So make sure to go check all that out. That's been my week.
Week in review time. This week I took a look at a few different things, 2 of which were Marvel Legendary expansions. The first one was Marvel Legendary 2099. This has like all the futuristic characters, and it fits very well in with the rest of the Marvel stuff. I really enjoyed this. I liked playing as Ghost Rider and playing as 2099 Spider-Man and playing with all the different characters there as well. I also like the fact that there were villains that like they were the tactics or whatever for them were different characters. Like you get to fight the Sinister Six and you have to fight them 6 times and things like that. Definitely enjoyed all the mechanics for that. So that is an 8 for me. I still really enjoy Marvel Legendary. Even with playing tons of Marvel Champions, Marvel Legendary is still fun. But the other one I looked at was the Ant-Man expansion. And this had the movie stills in it, and the stuff was a little bit more convoluted as far as the mechanics for it. It does have a ton of content in the box, which I think is cool, but the problem is I don't think that content fits the game the way that I want to play it, and I just don't really like the art and the big logos and stuff like that. So this was a 6 for me. But yeah, so those were the 2 legendary expansions. I also took a look at Rock Hard with the group, and I'm not normally a fan of Euro-style games, but I loved the theme on this. Like, I was trying to be a rocky musician myself growing up, so like it felt so much like nostalgic and like awesome and like very much fits that theme. I just love the fact of like getting like your different characters and getting all your different stuff and trying to get your record label and trying to do all the different things. It was just really fun the way that it all came together, and the fact that it was more accessible with a little bit of luck thrown in there, I think just makes it fun, and just anybody would be able to play this game as long as you're into that rock and roll theme, which I definitely am. I love seeing these cool themes on games like that that just really feel like the game. Anyway, so that's an 8 for me for Rock Hard, and that's what I took a look at this week.
Hi, I'm Wendy Yee, and this week I have one review, and that is Rock Hard 1977. So this I'm giving a 7.5. I think that this game really brings the theme. You feel like you are trying to become a rock star. You've got to make records. You got to make albums. You have to play at crappy bars and then move up to, bigger arenas and stages and stuff. So I think there's a lot thematically going on in this game. And so 7.5, it's one I recommend. I do enjoy it. I think what separates it from a good game to a great game for me, a couple of the things are that there is a lot of randomness in the cards. So you just have to be aware of that going in. And then also, it's one of those games that is a worker placement that kind of doesn't give you a lot to explore. And I see this in quite a few worker placement games, that there's the actions that are there, and there's not a whole lot of differences you can do. There are some changes throughout the game, and there's definitely different managers that you have and different player powers and stuff. So there is that diversity that's going on. But long term, for like long me loving a game forever, it is lacking a little bit in that, but still very much a fun game. Good elements, good theme. Overall, everything works together nicely, and it makes sense thematically. So the mechanics and the theme combine together, creating that nice, welcoming effect to a game that's a little bit more of that medium weight Euro instead of a welcoming light game. So if you want to bring someone into the hobby because of the theme, I think that this is a game that requires a little bit more explanation than a typical welcoming game, but I think it's still going to bring people in because of the theme. So there you go. That's Rock Hard 1977. I'm Wendy Yee. Let's go ahead and see who's next.
Hey everybody, I'm Joey Evans, and here's a couple of games I reviewed this week. First off was Landmarks, was kind of a party-style game. Has a So Clover feel to it. I was fine with it. I don't know if I'd gravitate to it. I came in at a 6. Another one was a Social Deduction. Wow, it's like party week. Woo! Social Deduction called Hollywood 1947, where you're making movies and you're trying to get them either to lean patriotic or communist, or you're trying to be a rising star and you just want movies to happen. So this is it's a cute game. I gave it a 7.5. It goes a bit long, but if you like Social Deduction and if you like the whole cinema feel to it, then check it out. That's Hollywood 1947, and those are the 2 games that I reviewed this week.
All right, like I said, we played some live things. We did Clank Catacombs expansion, River of Gold. We also posted a little video, if you haven't seen it, an amazing video from Eric Summer called Monopoly is Popular, a song he did at our live event at the Dice Tower Awards. We reviewed some games this week, and I took a look at, I did our top 10 stupid but great games. With my daughter, I reviewed I Heart Manatees. This is a game about, making a little manatee preserve. I enjoyed this one, a 7.5. Landmarks, this one is a game about putting words down and then trying to guess where those words would go to make a treasure map. It sounded really good. I unfortunately did not love it. I gave this one a 5 out of 10. And then Rock Hard. Rock Hard, amazing theme. Well, not for families necessarily, but the theme is really well done in this game. And good mechanisms, too. There's a few small problems I have with it, but I enjoyed it overall, a 7.5. I also did a little talk about can we separate the game from the designer in Bad Guy, Good Game. Find all this on our channel. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell, and you've been watching a Week in Review on the Dice Tower.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us for that video. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, make sure you check out What's Happening, where I'll cover an app on an iOS or a Switch device, and you can check it out along with me. Thanks very much. You've been watching the Dice Tower.
You happy, Roy? Look at that on my desk. Oh, look, everybody's done a Week in Review except for me. I did it now. Are you happy? Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? Come here, little guy. Come here, little guy. Come here. It's supposed to look like a face hugger, but it just got awkward. It's like, I was just like, looks like a mask, doesn't it? This is, I don't even know where this has been. Was this made yellow, or that used to be, that used to be white. Oh, and it's yellow now. That's nasty. This is in my mouth. I'm probably gonna die. Mark my name off the list, Roy Kennedy. I'm done. Dishes are done. Mic drop. Alien drop.